have Dr. Lynn Bearer's definition of a targeted individual. And he advises that targeted individuals are listed individuals, more specifically TIs, targeted individuals, are listed in the terrorist screening database, the TSDB, maintained by the FBI. Their names, targeted individuals' names and personal information are distributed to other intelligence and law enforcement agencies, as well as corporations, financial institutions, and foreign entities via NCIC, National Crime Information Center. Targeted individuals are assigned handling categories 3 and 4, even though they have no business to be in the TSDB. So I want to provide background information on how I was nominated for the terrorist screening database. I must warn you, some of the information is really petty and unbelievable, but I want to lay out the background and to just show that this is nothing more than an exercise in vengeance, or an exercise in I'll get you back from a corrupt police officer. Again, I'm going to lay this out, and I want to be quick about it, so bear with me. I'm just going to kind of try to fly through this just to lay a foundation of how I got nominated in this program, and then I want to just move on to the aftermath of what I've experienced. So on the screen here, this is the police officer that began to date my neighbor, who I did not have good interactions with. He is the police officer that I believe nominated me for this program. I'll show evidence of why I believe this is the case. Again, this is a police officer from Henrico County here in Virginia who nominated me for this program, and I will try to support all my claims moving forward. Okay, so this is a picture of myself. Since I'm not coming on screen today, I just wanted to show a quick picture of myself. Okay, I want to lay out the pettiness really quickly, and much of it is really petty. So I didn't have a very harmonious relationship with this neighbor. There would be huddled up, a few of them on the road. This was townhomes, and I didn't initially I felt a strong nudge to stay away from the women that were residing on my row of townhomes. I felt like this main player, the girlfriend of the police officer, I really felt like she was a witch, her and her aunt, who lived a few doors down, allegedly. Okay. But I really felt that they were sort of, and I'm a different kind of woman. I'm not very gregarious. I'm not very loquacious anyway, so I'm not very social. I don't just sit around and hang out, talk to people. That's just not me. But it was something very different about them. Not that because they were social, but I just felt a nudge that they may be witches. And I wasn't very, very committed to my faith at the time. I backslidden, but still felt this nudge to remain separate from them. And a neighbor would tell me, "Hey, they're talking about you." I really didn't care, and they would just huddle and be talking, and I really didn't care. I didn't fit in, and when I don't fit in, it's okay. And so moving forward, there was some weird interaction. Like, she was in my backyard painting my fence and trying to get it to blend with her fence, but she was in my yard. I asked her why she did that, because it didn't go with the other side of my fence, and I had her to repaint it. I thought that was really bizarre, to take liberties to begin to paint a fence that don't belong to you and don't get permission to do so. So anyway, that was one. Another one that really kind of created this weird climate was my niece was pregnant, well, had the baby actually, And this person, the girlfriend of the police officer, but he's not her girlfriend yet, and they're not together yet. She's dating another, well, not dating another guy just yet, so hold off on that. But she's parked on a line, and my niece is trying to get the baby out. And again, this is very petty. She's having trouble getting the baby out because both neighbors are parked on the line. I sent a very, what I think is a friendly note to say, hey, can you all move a little bit off the line so that no cars are damaged and that my niece can get the baby out the car and not, and not damage any cars. She removed the note and didn't move her car. And I really did, after having a series of things with this person, I was really agitated. I went to the other neighbor's house because she wasn't home. And I said, do you mind moving your car off the line? And she said, no problem. She moved the car off the line. And I said, I'm kind of really agitated with this girl. I'm just going to move my car in front of hers to see if I can talk to her about this situation, right? I moved my car in front of her car. She's not home. She's at work. After about 5 minutes, I say, that's silly. I'm not going to keep my car there. I move my car and I park it back in the parking space. I'm assuming that really alarmed them. When she got home, her aunt lived about 3 doors down on the same row. Well, I'll just leave that alone. So she came up and she walked her into the house. I don't remember how I saw that because, but I did go out frequently from that door. So I might have been going out. I don't know. But I thought, well, I hope I didn't alarm anybody. But anyway, 6 months after that, she's going out on a date. I know this because I'm going out on a date and I'm heading out the door and I hear this ruckus outside my door. And a man she's with is just going off at the end of my walkway. And she looks to be celebratory. She's celebrating him going off. And I'm thinking, what is this? So I elected to wait. Now, I have a concealed weapon license, so I have my weapon on me. Anyway, I elected to wait because I don't want any issues to arise. And she's celebrating. They walk off. They're laughing. And I thought, wow, that's bizarre. What could this be? Because now this is 6 months from me, moving my car in front of hers because she didn't, address the note that I put on her car, didn't make mention of it, didn't move her car, didn't do anything. But she did move the car over after I put my car in front of hers, and her aunt walked her to the door. Okay, so they walk off, and I come out, and I get in my car, and I go on my date. But I still, this is so bizarre. Because I don't have any idea what this is. I've forgotten about this thing. It's been 6 months. All right. So I come back, and he moves in. He moves in, and immediately I get a flat tire on my car every week. I mean, almost every week, a flat tire. And I've been there, living there 10 years and never received a flat tire, but I'm getting a flat tire every week. So I know it's him. Fast forward. There is some silliness that goes on. Again, a warning of pettiness. There's a music war that goes on. They're playing music loud. I begin to play music loud. The other person beside me who's friends with her begin to play music loud. We're all playing music, trying to drown each other out. Again, very petty, very childish. I discover white noise and I begin to play white noise, and now I can't hear anything. And I think I'm playing it at a reasonable level, actually. And so that goes on for a bit. My white noise. The boyfriend moves out, and she begins to date this police officer. One moment. In this video, you'll see the police officer and the neighbor pull up, and you'll see his hand go up, and you'll see her pause, kind of inquire. I suspect she's inquiring, hey, did you jam the doorbell? Now, he started immediately jamming my doorbell. This makes me feel like that he's already submitted me into this program, because he did not want to get on video. And so oftentimes I would be, exercising. I was doing whatever. And then if I left the house, at times I had to audit my camera because so much was going on. And if I audit my camera and his car was out there, I said to myself, I didn't see his car when I audit my camera. And that would happen quite often. And I would go, wow, what's going on with that? Why is my camera not catching this guy consistently? Then I caught him a couple times, kind of having something in his hand, pointing it towards my doorbell. And this particular time, you will see her pause as if to say, now this is new to them, so she has to inquire, hey, can I keep moving now? So he's jammed the doorbell camera, and she wants to know if she can move forward. Now this has already been looked at by a police officer who felt like that there was something there, but didn't move forward with an investigation. Actually, they didn't know how to determine where he was or who he was based on the photos that weren't clear. But the police officer who did the investigation said, hey, it does look like something is there. They pause, and then they move forward. She's asking him, is her camera, jammed? I don't know what this was about, because I never said hi nor bye or anything in between to this woman in years. So I don't know why they didn't want to be seen on camera, except it was about him already nominated me into this program and did not want his image captured on camera. It's the only thing I can think about. So these are children that they seem overly invested in me as well. I'm not trying to be I'm not self-absorbed at all, but these children would make their way to my vehicle and sit on it. And this particular time I said, well, I'm going to call the police so that I can get this behavior to stop. And so that's what I did. This is leading up to something with this police officer, is why I'm adding this video. It is this behavior. I called the police. They came over, investigated. The boyfriend of the neighbor pulled up. Well, I won't say back up. He pulled up, I'm assuming, to inquire about why I called the police. And they looked at the car. When they returned, they immediately behavior changed towards me. I don't know if he said some things, and they became quite distant, quite biased in terms of their communication. So after, while the police was there, I was letting them know that I might be a little hyper vigilant concerning my property, because my neighbor's boyfriend was flattening my tires every week. And so I said that to the police officer. The police officer talked to the new boyfriend, and when they returned, they were a bit distant. Their attitude had changed a bit cold, bit distant. So I want to show you all what happened after I told this police officer that the next door neighbor's boyfriend had been flattening my tires every week. The video is upcoming. So the big bad ex-boyfriend came to let me know that he indeed he was the one flattening my tires. He came with a friend to show me that he was flattening my tires. Take a look at this video. So after the ex-boyfriend returned to highlight my tires, I guess to just let me know that he was indeed the one flattening my tires. So he came at night with a friend and to let me know that, I guess. And I didn't catch it till I ordered my cameras probably later on that next day. And so I went to the police and just to let them know that what occurred in case something else would present and I would have to defend myself. And then I received this text once I left the police department. I think it's safe to say after receiving this text, this is probably where things began for me, meaning that things got increasingly weird at this stage. You know, there was sensations in my home that I wasn't receiving before, meaning that the house was shaking. My dog was uncomfortable and ill. I had a seizure due to the directed energy weapons. And things got pretty weird at this stage. So I really believe this is where things started for me. But I was unaware to a certain degree of the magnitude. I just thought that the neighbors had discovered something new that they could use against me based on the information of this corrupt police officer. So this is where I stood. I just thought it was just, something that they were implementing. And so I'm going to stop here and do part 2. I'm going to upload part 2 probably in the next day, maybe later today. I want to get this information out of my hands. So thank you for listening, and to all targeted individuals, please know that you are not the weird one. I pray that the Lord be with you and strengthen you and give you peace in this situation until he delivers us all. So I'll be with you all soon.